Guy to Terrence Mann, surrounded by defenders, puts up the shot, a whistle, and a foul will send Terrence to the line for a couple of free throws.
Yeah, but good patience that time by Terrence. After, once he received the lob, he knew he had his defender on his back, a little pump fake, jump into, draw the contact, get yourself to the line.
Terrence got some extended minutes at times in the bubble. Certainly did see some time on Friday as he makes good on the first of two. Clipper fans, the holiday season is upon us. Give the gift of Clippers gear and be the all-star of the holidays. Go to shop.clippers.com for the latest merch. Take advantage of deals and order your gifts before the holiday shop clock runs out. 1 out of 2 for Terrence Mann. Clippers down 6 and trailed by as many as 14. The lead was built behind 3-pointers by the Lakers. They made 7 in that first quarter. Here's Kuzma, 4-3. Gasol out-rivals Ibaka for the offensive rebound. Extended possession for the Lakers. Turnaround for Gasol. It has become kind of his trademark and knocks down the jumper.
Profound statement. Sometimes it's good to be tall.
Well, I'm learning a lot, man. The philosophizing from you, and now this.
Keep it simple. I mean, just on that play alone, I mean, Serge was in great position, but because of the size of Gasol, not only the rebound, but the turn-away, fade-away shot just over the top is just pure magic. What I'm talking about is.
So does the height come into the 80% mental barrier, or what does that come into be an NBA player as Kuzma lays it in?
Great question.
That's a good. I'll let you cogitate on that.
Cogitate.
No, that's. I guess brought another thesaurus at halftime.
You did not learn that word at Kansas. I can tell you that.
It was a state school. You're right.
Exactly.
Kennard down the lane and floats it up and in with the southpaw. He is ambidextrous. Basketball-wise, prefers the left hand, but does everything else with his right.
But you know what's interesting? For as good of a shooter that he is, not having a lot of catch and shoot or curls coming off a downstream. A shot in by Morris in his time at Detroit was interesting because he has that stroke. He has the footwork, he has the body. So it'll be interesting to see if you can utilize that a little bit more with him in this offense to be able to use the curls to catch and shoot that way as well.
15 points for Kyle Kuzma. Zamir Coffey is out on the floor. 77-66, man. Has it poked away by Horton Tucker, recovers, recalibrates, but misses the shot. No LeBron James, Anthony Davis in the first 2 games against the Clippers here in the preseason. The Clippers are trying to showcase some of their new faces. Luke Kennard is delivering.
Well, a nice curl inside, hesitation dribble, kind of surveyed the defense, kept his dribble alive and a little fade away on the baseline, but Don talked about his playmaking ability. He can do that, but because he has a tight handle, he's able to not negotiate in between tight spaces. And again, shooting with his right hand or left hand, he's very comfortable at finishing in the paint.
Horton Tucker reorganizes in mid-flight, but misses on the layup. Clippers look to push. Coffey goes to the cup with the left hand and lays it in, and the brewmaster is getting warm. Clippers down 9. Tucker surveys the seat. Going to the corner to Caldwell Pope with 3. He reins it in. Again, didn't touch a basketball for over 2 months. Has picked up where he left off in the bubble. Ibaka tries to retaliate, leaves it short. Markieff Morris has the rebound, but the Clippers do well getting back in transition. 2 former teammates in Detroit. Morris gives it to Caldwell Pope, where he hit a 3 on the prior possession. Morris backing down on Kennard, hand in his face, drops the bucket, draws the foul. He'll go to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Yeah, that's a tough play because he's giving up a little bit of size but strength too. But I like to say because he's long enough, a lot of times you don't have to help on that. That was just a poor decision right here by Luke by fouling after the shot was up. But the beauty of having a 6'5" guard like that, sometimes you don't have to help as much inside.
Timeout called, 8:37 to play in the third. Back to Staples after this.
To shoot. They do not have They have a little bit to shoot. Robinson for three, and it's good! With 9.2 left. Skyforce get the lead back by a single point, but still time remaining. Robinson off the curl, and the feed from Meaton is fifth. Have drawn even. Robinson crosses over, and he will take it all the way to the rim and finish on his own. So a fresh 14, and Threet will drive, kick to the corner. Robinson again, there's that spot, and there it is! ESPN Plus and the NBA G League Network. Purvis pondering and giving back to Robinson. He's closely guarded out there, but then he'll take it to the rim. He'll get the score, and he'll get one more.
Purvis is open. Long rebound, tracked down by Paulo. Quick trigger. And Duncan Robinson knocks down a three.
That thing's a pure shooter. Leave him open. Can't have any late contest.
Robinson all alone and throws it home. Duncan Robinson dunking the ball home. 18 boards for Anderson. Last game on Wednesday, not a season high. Had 18 in a game this year. Averages 7.5 per.
Yeah, really, if you think.
And then the shot clock expires. The Skyforce get the ball back. Cook is going to drive the lane. He'll flip it up. It's no good, but there's Robinson and a foul. And Terry, as he is on the deck, as Robinson caught, finished in one motion. He'll come steamrolling the other direction. Purvis to Robinson. Robinson for three. Yes, and the lead for Sioux Falls, 102 to 101.
Here's Liggins. Now to Duncan Robinson. Robinson 0 for 1 from three-point land. He drives. The tough finish. Matt Jones smiles. He's played that one tough, but you could make a case there Duncan used that off arm a little bit.
Friend, but not that time. And you got to find that man in transition. Here, but you got to find this man in transition.
Well, look what Weber's looking at. Bonzi's all the way in the paint. He knows if he skips it over.
Skyforce have a couple games this weekend and then Iowa next Monday for the showcase. Here's a three for Duncan Robinson. It's good! Duncan Robinson with 32, fading out of bounds to his right. This is the shot, and LeConte.
82-68 Lakers on top of the Clippers here, preseason game number 2. We've talked about of all the new looks here for the Clippers. Starts on the sideline. Ty Lue, his coaching resume, it's a pretty good one. Won the title, hitting a 73-win team in Golden State, overcoming a 3-1 deficit. You see making the finals first 3 years as a head coach. Not a too shabby career playoff record. How about 9 new head coaches this year? Something old, something new, something borrowed, something Lue.
Yeah, well, I like that. But these two right here, Thibodeau and Van Gundy, are interesting to me. I've had the opportunity to be on the team with them, okay? And Houston, Ty Lue was a part of it too when Stan Van Gundy was there. Thibodeau was there with us, and Stan when I was in Miami. Tibbs is a hard-nosed, defensive-minded. Can he adjust, again, with younger players? Same thing with Stan a little bit in regards to New Orleans with their youth. Can they be untied to the past in regards to what used to be in this new NBA? How to communicate with young players. So I'm really interested to see those dynamics of those two coaches.
I want to revisit something borrowed, something Lue. I mean, that's a state education coming up with that.
I let it. I wasn't going to give you that.
Did it? I think it went over your head.
No.
I think it went over your head.
I wasn't going to give you the satisfaction on that. I just wasn't going to do it. I just wasn't. You tried to set me up to give you an accolade, and I just wasn't going to do it. See, that's the genius in me to catch it and let it go. Just saying.
You have broken my heart. Batum knocks down the three. Clippers down 84-71. We mentioned the priorities in the preseason. Get minutes.
Yep.
And then the top 3 priorities, stay healthy, and then, of course, stay healthy. Kuzma down the lane whistle. And a foul. And the Clippers need to have guys like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George getting minutes. We showed you the graphic earlier, almost a 2-to-1 minute advantage, and there were reasons for it, and that's not the reason why the Clippers did not prevail in the playoffs. It's just something that they can't have that going into the postseason whenever that may begin. Whoa. Calm down. Kawhi, relax. There we go.
Hey, but you know what, though? Here's the interesting part, though. It is important, in particular for Batum and also Kennard, because they didn't get a chance to play in the bubble, so they've been off. So these minutes, whether extended, are very important to them in regards to their timing, them getting back into game shape mentally and physically. So I do think even though it's 3 games in the preseason, the more they play, the more beneficial it is for them to have a jump start to their season, which I think is important.
It's a good point because Kennard has not played since December 21st. Batum was taken out of the rotation, not because of injury in January. February-ish for the Hornets.
So you get no run. That's no run.
Well, especially in the current environment that we are in. Nobody was playing pickup over the summer that wasn't playing. As Horton Tucker leads it to Caldwell Pope. Good around the rim, misses there. Rebound batted around. Horton Tucker lays it at 87-71 Lakers. Horton Tucker with 18 points on 6 of 10 shooting. Patrick Patterson out there. Horton Tucker comes away with the clean pick, challenges man. Caldwell Pope finishes off on the miss, 89-71.
Yeah, but see, Patterson hesitated to swing the ball, and once he did that, that's when the trouble began. He should have swung it around the man and let the play kind of matriculate from there.
Coffee to man, misses, rebound goes to the Lakers. A great second quarter for the Clippers. Have not been able to find the range or the rhythm that allowed them to battle back from a 14-point deficit. Morris. He looks good here in the preseason. Didn't play in game 1. Timeout Clippers as we approach the midway point of this third quarter. Lakers have outscored the Clippers 19-8 in the frame. Back after this. Clippers return to regular season action on Prime Ticket. Watch as the Clippers and Nuggets face off in a rematch of last season's NBA playoffs. Clippers live pregame coverage begins at 7 o'clock. Also streaming on Fox Sports Go. Look at the offseason moves. Clippers had some big moves across the league. How about Chris Paul going to Phoenix? They're a playoff team. Do not ever tell me that there's a contract that cannot be traded. John Wall now from Washington to Houston. Good pickup by the Bucks as well.
It is. With Drew going to Milwaukee, kind of solidifying the point guard position. Be very interesting the next step with Chris Paul. How good he, I think, makes that imposing Phoenix team that we saw in the bubble. What's their next step?
Well, it's interesting to see because you've got Booker, you've got a lot of young talent on that team. He doesn't have to be the guy, Chris Paul, that he can be the setup guy. And I'll tell you this, with experience, if you're winning basketball, he doesn't care what his numbers are. He just wants to win.
Well, the dynamic he gives you, one, just from the leadership perspective, and that's not a knock on Ricky Rubio, who I thought did an outstanding job there. But Chris is able to knock down the consistently. So, again, you can't help off of him because he can get to a spot. He can pull up the three, So he adds another dimension to their offense that they didn't have, in particular from the point guard position.
Little instant brew from Amir Coffey, 5 points in 6 minutes. And Caldwell Pope misfires. Here's Kennard the other way. Clippers down 91-74. Coffey to Patterson. And the barista with an assist as Patterson knocks down the three.
And I like that. That was an easy into your secondary break, a little quick pick and roll, touch passes around the perimeter. Patterson able to benefit from it with a three in the corner.
Did you see what Patterson said to Coffey jogging back after the assist?
What he said?
You could read his lips. He said that. Thanks a latte. Yeah, I think it just goes over your head.
You know what I figured? Just as the Clippers and Lakers are going through their searching process during the preseason and experimenting with different lineups, you're experimenting with different quotes and sayings. Okay, go ahead and take it from here.
Well, you can look at it. Here's Kennard into the front court. He gets it to the barista, Amir Coffey. Gives it to Patterson. And you just missed it. He turned his head right there.
Can we go back to camera work? Can we bring that back?
Can we get the slash camera? Is that the one? Yeah, that's what we need.
There we go.
There he is, the coffee. Oh,
The beauty of preseason.
I'll tell you what, it is in all seriousness, he is, I feel, going to be a nice piece in the NBA. I talked with some coaches, I mentioned this the other night, from Minnesota, University of, and they said, you won't recognize him in 2 years.
Right, you know, here's a funny story. My age, okay? I dig into it every now and then, my age. Well, it just so happens that when I was in college, I played against Amir's father, Richard Coffey at Minnesota. That's how old I am. I mean, I played against his father. He came to school a little bit later because he was in the Army, okay? And he came in, just strong, just bull. And now I'm sitting here watching his son, and I played against him when he was at Minnesota, and I was a sophomore in college.
You know what they say around the University of Minnesota?
What's that?
They say Amir is just a sip off the old block.
Preseason. How many preseason games we got?
That is finals material from me.
How many preseason?
If you feel this is preseason material, this is going to be one long year for you, Mr. Jackson.
Hey, well, you said it. I didn't.
Oh, Lakers 96, Clippers 77. Again, and I felt this way if the Clippers had the score reversed. Get out of the games healthy, get some minutes in, find the conditioning. But this is going to be a lengthier process, I think, for the Clippers in finding themselves. Obviously, you wish you're winning if you're going to keep score, but get everybody acclimated, get healthy. It's good to see Luke Kennard and Serge Ibaka get some good minutes here and some of those new faces.
Well, it's going to be interesting, too. Do you establish or tweak the identity of who you are as a team? You know, and that's going to be interesting to see as we navigate our way through the early start of the season. Who exactly the Clippers are going to be long-term with the new lineup and new personnel.
Horton Tucker to the rim, lays it in, counted, and a foul. 3:13 to play in the third, 98-77.
It's amazing when you have success in meaningful minutes the following season, how confident you are and how you now see the game a little bit differently, and more importantly, how your teammates view you, not just as an ancillary player that comes in to get minutes, now maybe a key component to them trying to defend their title.
Tucker checking into the lineup for Ty Lue. Luke Kennard takes a seat. Kennard will leave just 1 for 4, a couple points, rebounds. Patterson hit a 3 earlier, misfires there. Dudley chases down the loose ball. 99-77. Lakers had their hands on the wheel for much of this game. Jared Dudley. He has found a way, in a complimentary way, to hang around this league. He was an integral part of the Phoenix Suns, say, 10 years ago. But he's been a locker room guy pretty much ever since, as Amir Coffey bullies his way to the rim. A whistle and a foul.
I like that. Amir recognized that the baseline was open. Kind of let everybody else kind of clear out. Was patient enough now, just a little late, trying to take the charge. Now got himself to the free throw line.
So Coffey goes to the free throw line. Went down to the bubble with the Clippers. Misfires on the first of 2. The LA Clippers 2021 City Edition uniform has dropped. To celebrate the new design, the Clippers have an exclusive City Edition offer for fans. Go to clippers.com/City Edition to get in on this offer for Clipper Nation MVP membership. 1 out of 2 for Coffey. 99-78. Clippers trail. LeBron James, no Anthony Davis for the Lakers tonight. They play 2 more games, the Lakers do in the preseason. Clippers just have 1 more. Tucker continues to impress. 102-78. They scored 87 points on that first game. They were able to kind of shake off the rust. Clippers scored only 81. They too have looked much better, although clearly in a losing effort. 2 minutes to play in his third quarter. Tucker spent some time in Utah, runs over his defender, whistle and a foul.
Blocking foul number 5, Taylor Tucker. That's the second personal. First for the last 2 minutes.
When you have, it's a mountain to climb in a short period of time in terms of training camp. So Ty Lue takes over, new faces, is going to put his fingerprints on it. Give me your priorities as you go through a very shortened preseason. We talked on Friday about a player's perspective. Give me the coach's perspective.
Well, it's not to completely change what you've done before. I think that would be a mistake, and I think Coach Ty Lue understands that. Even though there's been turnover on the coaching staff, the ingredients on what they want to do offensively are still there. So you're not just changing the playbook. You're tweaking and adding some things because you have different components now with Serge Ibaka coming. So the pick and rolls will be a lot more paramount. Spacing is going to be different. So you tweak on that. Your second lineup, your second group, you're going to run them a little bit differently because of those changes. So I think that's why the continuity perspective of Ty Lue being there helps out. A great block that time by Terrence Mann. The transition now into this season.
Amir Coffey takes us to higher grounds.
Coffee reference. There we go. I'm just saying.
102-82 Clippers down.
That was actually that was a good one. I'll give you that one. The other ones, thanks to Latte and all of that, higher ground, I'll give you that one. The other two,
Montrez misses.
Maybe we do a fan poll just to see. Oh, beautiful.
What a lob by Mann. How about the finish by Tucker? 102-84.
Showing some bop right there from Tucker to hang in the air and reverse.
For a minute to play in this third quarter. Clippers back in action on Thursday. Whistle offensive foul against the Lakers.
Now you go back defense. We talk about the length of Terrence Mann right there. Give me that. And then now, inside, nice pass, Tucker to Coffey, and then the lob inside. And look at that hang time. Nice awareness of where he was at. Hand up, good pass. My point. Both in the same gesture.
Man, see some pressure coming across half court. 47 seconds to play. Quinn Cook handed the citation. Stops the clock. 47 seconds to play. It'll be Utah on Thursday for the Clippers. They get it on for real on December 22nd. Yet another Laker home game to start out the season. The schedule makers wasted no time giving the Clippers a gauntlet. It'll be Lakers, it will be Denver, it will be Dallas for games 1, 2, and 3 to start this season.
Well, I think it's twofold to that. One, you want competitive games, but from a TV perspective, you want people to be able to jump on board early with some key matchups. Teams, players, and that's one way to get eyes on the set is by having these intriguing games early on.
102-86. Kuzma has played well here tonight.
Yeah.
A lot of Lakers have played well, hence the 102 points with still time to play here in the third quarter. Lakers have taken 18 three-point shots. They've missed 5. Clippers have shot the ball well from distance, 9 of 25, but clearly that fails in comparison. Jared Dudley, the one-time Clipper, will go to the free throw line for a couple.
Yeah, the Lakers had, I would say, cleaner looks, in regards to their three-point shots than the Clippers had.
There's continuity for the Lakers. At the same time, they're working in new faces. We didn't see Dennis Schroeder tonight. He played well the other night. We've seen Montrezl Harrell here back-to-back nights against the Clippers. They've been able to find their rhythm. 29 seconds remain here in the third quarter. Terrence Mann at the controls. Tries to drive in on Montrez. Lobs it to Zubac, the tallest player on the floor, unable to convert, moving away from the rim. Lakers rebound. Shot clock is dark. They will have the lead going into the fourth quarter. The question will be by how much. Kuzma, watched by Tucker. Tucker,
saw that coming.
An early entry for best acting job for the Oscars. A great job there by Tucker.
Yeah, but he baited Kyle into that basically when he picked him up at half court. Kind of frustrated him a little bit. As soon as Kyle turned his back and tried to impose his will, Tucker was smart.
Man to beat the horn, no. 103.
Atkinson has proven that, especially what he's done. Spencer Dinwiddie there in Brooklyn. Karis LeVert, what he's done. He's able to do that. So I know everyone is looking forward to having his voice be the key to the development of these young players they've gotten on their roster.
Kuzma draws the contact from Coffey. Give me a key in player development.
One is you got to understand the player. Every player is so different, and how you communicate with that player, the skill set of that player. You can't ask all players to do the same thing, okay? But being able to be realistic in your goals and what you're teaching, okay, is the key. And how you communicate that to that player goes hand in hand. And a lot of coaches can coach, but forget about the communication part. A lot of guys, I think nowadays, especially with the younger generation and everything going on, you got to know how to tap into their mindset and their psyche on what's going on with them. Then they'll be more apt to listen to you and really take and heed your advice and work on things that you're trying to teach them.
He was a Brooklyn native, got a dream opportunity with the Nets, and there is no question that the organization in Brooklyn is better now than it was when he started.
Right.
He and Sean Marks, I thought, did an amazing job up there in Brooklyn. Here's Tucker for three, spins off. Montrez has the rebound. 104-86. Lakers out in front. This game was tied at 2. The Clippers would trail by 14 in the first half. Battle back to make it a 4-point game. The Lakers have pulled away. Montrez, wow, he hit 4 shots outside of the paint last year.
Yeah, and again, you're not going to bite at that. You're going to live with it. And plus, if Montrez, quite honestly, is taking that shot, that means AD, LeBron, other guys are not shooting the ball, so you can live with that if he takes that multiple times.
Dudley, nice little pass into Montrez. Dudley gets it back for a corner three. He was never really healthy when he was here for the Clippers. He was traded after just one season. He took it personally. He was told he wasn't going to be traded. He was, and he harbors resentment at times for the Clippers. Understood. I think if he chose to be talking commentator when his time is over for him, he would be very good. He's a very opinionated, very articulated. A whistle and a foul stops the clock. 10-16 to play here in the fourth.
People forget that don't know. He put up buckets, though, during his time at Boston College. I think he might have been Big East Player of the Year also while he was there. So don't get it twisted. You may see Jared Dudley now, and you may think other things, but early in his career, and particularly in college, boy, he put up numbers.
Coffey in the corner for three. Rebound pinballed around, goes to Quinn Cook. Cook comes off the screen, rises, connects for the tray. 14 threes, make it 15, beg your pardon, for the Lakers here tonight. 15 of 20. If your opponent's going to do that, they're going to be in a pretty good spot. As Terrence Mann eludes the defense, contorts his body inside. Ball blocked out of bounds.
Terrence that time could have just flipped it up backwards. He chose to kind of do a 180 to get in the air, but easier layup with his right hand just to finish. Again, just feeling his way, getting comfortable again. Upside is tremendous for this young man.
Pizza Zubats takes his seat. Kabengele checks into the lineup now. Patterson down the lane. The whistle, ball knocked out of his hands. It'll stay with the Clippers. Ty Bowman checking in for Ty Lue.
Number 0, Kai Bowman.
Here, Coffey will take a seat. I mentioned this the other night. I'll say it again. There's chatter that he could be on the roster.
Well, I mean, he made 12 starts for Golden State last year. Scored in double figures, 13 times while he was there. So he's very capable of playing at this level by demonstrated last year.
Terrence Mann throws it down. 12-88. Kuzma. Kabengele with the loose ball. And Tucker deflected out of bounds by Cook. Terrence Mann finishing strong.
Well, and one of the things you see this, he can do this. I mean, athletic. Now, the next part of his game is being able to be comfortable and confident shooting the basketball from the perimeter, because what guys are going to do is lay back off of him and force him to bring the ball closer to them. And having confidence in taking that little pull-up jump shot and catch and shoot is the next step in his game.
Ford out there gives to Tucker. Gets a good look at the rim. Misses. Jordan Ford saw some time, made a couple of buckets on Friday. Talk more about him a little bit. Putting his time here in this fourth quarter. 37 to play. Whistle foul on the floor.
Foul number 12. Rajon Tucker. That's his first.
Tucker handled the citation against somewhat of his namesake, Horton Tucker. Horton Tucker out of Chicago, got drafted around the same time that Anthony Davis was traded to the Lakers. Called him right away. And that Chicago community is very tight. Just ask Pat Beverly.
Yeah.
Montrez wants to go solo on Kabengele. Wants to show off perhaps his newfound touch from the mid-range. Misses there.
Yeah, but Kabengele didn't bite into it, which is good. Pay attention to your scouting report.
Ford lays it in. You know, he is a chess master, winning many, many trophies before he was 10 years of age, beating adults. There he is. Pawn to rook 4. I don't know anything about chess. There he is, Ford, breaking down the defense. 8:14 to play here in the fourth.
Finney-Smith to inbound. Back to Doncic. Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Doncic wins the game at the buzzer! Let's go!
What a performance by Luka and the Mavericks. Mama, there goes that man.
We are witnessing the next great star in the NBA in his first playoff series. Clock at 7. Working against Butler. Got downhill. Couldn't punch it. Bam says, get it out of here. Adebayo, sky high with the block and rejection. That's why he's NBA All-Defensive Team. Bam Adebayo went airborne with Jason Tatum, and Adebayo won. Dort for 3, blocked by Harden. Dort got it back, tried to throw it off Harden, and missed him. It's Rockets basketball with .5 to go.
That's a winning play by James Harden, not on the offensive end, but on the defensive end.
.5 to go in game 3. OG with a look, got it! OG Anunoby at the buzzer! OG! Oh my! An improbable game winner! Take game 3! Trying to disrupt Rondo, he puts it in. Here's Davis, 4-3 in the win. Oh, it's good! Anthony Davis has won it for the Lakers! Anthony Davis scored as a good three-point basket. They will take a look, but Anthony Davis is going to send the Lakers to a 2-0 series lead. Here comes Powell. Powell with Smart defending. Oh, it's blocked by Smart. What a play.
Unbelievable defensive play by Marcus Smart.
6 to shoot.
112-90, Clippers down here to the Lakers in preseason game number 2. Paul George, 9 points, 4 assists. He leads us to the drive to the hoop, which is brought to you by Hyundai.
The drive created by hustle on the defensive end. Paul George on the deck, up to his partner in crime, Kawhi Leonard. And you know, that kind of effort, those kind of plays, when you want to win a championship, have to be a constant, in particular on the defensive end.
Clippers and Lakers, both two teams in the top 5 on both categories, offense and defense. It'll be curious for both teams to see where they go. A new philosophy on the sideline for the Clippers, a new look for the Lakers. Not saying they're going to get out of that. Just curious to see how it all ends up in the wash. Horton Tucker foul going to the rim, lays it up, lays it in, counted, and sent him to the line. I don't know if you know this, but he only took 30 shots last year, Jim. He has 33 points here tonight.
Say it again.
He only took 30 shots last year. He has 33 points tonight.
The evolution of his game right now is on full display.
And absolutely, understandably so, just overflowing with confidence.
But you know what? That's the beauty of the sport in general in regards to how quickly things can change being in the right situation, but more importantly, being prepared for the moment. Coaches always talk about from when you were a youth, always be prepared when your name or number is called. And if you're not, that's on you.
A nice effort there by Jared Dudley, but wasn't able to get over the end line. He's 20 years old. That's it. Horton Tucker. A nice future.
Yep.
Jim, I don't know, but he's already shot the ball 33 times. If you didn't hear the stat that I gave you earlier, he shot it 30 total times last year.
I was not, for some reason, I was not aware. It escaped me. I couldn't see it with this stat monitor sitting right in front of my face. I did not even see it. How does that happen?
Prez misses inside. Give Capangeli a little bit of credit. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Appears to stay with the Lakers.
Daniel Oturu
checking in. He really played well. Ty Lue said, I thought he could take up space. I didn't expect him to take up as much space as he did, and he means it in a complimentary way. Oturu, 3 for 3 on Friday night.
Well, again, the evolution of his offensive skills will come once he becomes more comfortable. See a nice, I was going to say, great defense, but better offense that time by Trez. But Oturu, I mean, he's scratching the surface, and that's when we're talking about player development. Here's the case in point with Daniel and his offense and what that will lead to as the season continues to progress and what he can provide.
Tucker slaloms his way down the lane and lays it in. A solid play.
Well, you saw the play, and here's Trez with the jump shot, but Tucker able to weave his way down the lane, but you see the explosion that he has in his legs, able to get up and over the defender and kiss it off the glass. Old-fashioned three-point play opportunity.
Unable to convert. Horton Tucker now 33 points and 10 rebounds, 4 assists in 34 minutes. 117 to 92. Twin Oturu has the loose ball. Oturu really developed a three-point shot in his last year at Minnesota. Over there, they fueled the Laker offense almost entirely on Friday with their fearless plays in terms of protecting the ball. Clippers just 10 turnovers so far tonight compared to 25 on Friday.
Yeah, Tucker was able to get back, get his body in position, and you know what's interesting about Oturu is that when he was playing behind Amir Coffey, he had to kind of learn his way, and he got taught a lot. So Minnesota saw the jump in his offense once he got a chance to be embedded and be an integral part of it. You know, so you can tell that the work ethic is there, the competency in regards to what he needs to do to improve is there. It's just a matter of getting the repetition.
Kuzma pulls into a three, puts it in. Well, the three-point shot has fallen tonight for the Lakers. And a timeout comes the way for the Clippers midway through the fourth, 120-92. Lakers out in front.
When you understand games, some things don't need to be said. You know, you just understand it is what it is. Well, I mean, you got a problem with it. We could talk about it after the broadcast.
Over rum and cigars. Here is Ford, misses on the three, and the rebound batted out of bounds. It's good to see Lue, because I don't think Lue was Lue in the bubble. I don't think many Clippers were themselves for a variety of reasons. It is good, even though this environment, Jim, is not perfect, and it's going to require flexibility all the way around. It's good to see Lou has that touch back forward inside, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, the touch, what left was probably the mental aspect of his game. You know what I mean? And when that goes, I don't care how talented a player you are, and that focus is not there, Brian, the game is going to suffer.
And not, you were down there, I wasn't, and you didn't get a chance to really hang out with players as Montrez follows it. I don't even know if it was the focus. It was just the energy, the feeling of wanting to be there. It affected a lot of different locker rooms, which is why you have to give credit to the Lakers and the Heat. They just overcame the baggage that came with the bubble the best.
Well, this is what I said. See a nice little pull-up jump shot. I said the team that wins it, teams that get to the final, are going to be the teams with the best leadership, individually, collectively. The teams that are able to weather through the monotony of doing the same thing every day. Okay? And not get bogged down with, okay, I wish it was like it was, because everybody had to deal with it. So the teams that separated themselves were the Lakers and the Heat.
I'll throw Denver in there as well.
Yeah,
and I think
we're getting to the finals.
Correct. I think the Nuggets just ran out of talent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They came up against a Laker team that was just a better team, but there was some mental toughness. The Clippers, they lacked it in the bubble. I think that's where they left it. And I, to their credit, last week during media week, they all talked about it. Like, look, we were not who we said we were. Pat Beverly addressed it head on, and I have nothing but respect for that. But that has to change this year.
Well, it does. But probably not going to be in that same situation, but you're going to be in a similar situation where you're going to have something that's just not right mentally, and how do you plow through that? How do you get through it? Now, you've had your chance to kind of feel what it's like to be kind of checked out mentally in the bubble. Now, do you use that, as a teaching moment to when something else comes up, which is going to happen this year? But this is an uncontrollable, unfamiliar environment that everybody is playing in this year.
Bowman 3 for Bowman, knocks it in, 124-101. A whistle and a timeout from Frank Vogel.
Right here, Bowman inside, and Turu getting the easy 2 inside. Nice jump shot. Hero with 7 to shoot.
He was here for us in the second quarter. He was there for them in the pregame, and now he's back there for the postgame. Always great to have Don McClain and my guy Corey Maggette, and of course, one of my favorites, Jeannie Zalasko.
Well, that's what you call versatility. Versatility.
Yeah.
Number 10, Jared Dudley.
Duds picks up the foul. Jared Dudley. 124-101. Lakers have had their hands on the wheel really all game long. You could thank to some stellar shooting because of it. 17 of 23 from above the arc. Turu has the size advantage on Montrez. Horton Tucker slides his feet but collides with Jordan Ford. Also foul.
Just a little bit too much upper body impact on Ford. But, I mean, the Lakers, too, talked about 7 for 23. Were in rhythm. A lot of shots were open. It's not much you can do when a team is hot in that regard, even in the preseason.
Ford uses Oturu as a screen, then gets it to him on the roll, gathers, whistle, travel, turnover.
Yeah, a little impatient right there. Saw Montrez coming at him. Jump stop, pump fake, power yourself up and through.
These two teams will kick it off for one another on December 22nd. And it counts for real. I will go out on a very, very long limb and say that Anthony Davis and LeBron James will be in that lineup. I think they've earned a starting spot. That's my guess.
If you're the Clippers, you want them to be. You want that challenge.
Malik Fitz, local guy out of Rancho Cucamonga. Now it's Kabengele who knocks down the 3. We mentioned this on Friday. A lot of comparisons for him coming out of college were Serge Ibaka. Knocks down the tray right there.
I mean, and you see the range that he has to touch. Again, Serge's growth took time to go from more of a defensive player, not thought about from the offense. You think about it, if you're Cabangeli and in his camp, he's already come in with a reputation of an offensive guy that has a lot of potential. So you're kind of one step, if you want to say, ahead of the game. It's just how quickly can you develop that.
Huge personality, lights up a room. Played 12 games last year, hit 9 of 23 pointers in those games. 124-104, Lakers out in front. Montrez inside, sheds defenders, dangles on the rim. Under 2 minutes to play.
Are you surprised that Trez is still in there? I mean, getting the minutes right now in the late game situation. I mean, preseason, he played a lot last year.
Played 25 minutes. 17 points for Montrez and 9 rebounds. Kuzma's logged 38 minutes.
Yeah. We didn't even mention that part.
22 points. Kuzma has looked good. Montrezl Harrell, another bucket for him, 128-104. The Clippers will have a few days of practice. Thursday, they'll be back out on the floor against the Utah Jazz.
And I imagine, too, in that game, you'll see a little bit more from their offensive sets, you know, kind of opening up a little bit more to the playbook.
They're going to take some time off the ticker here in no rush. They look good in these couple of games. From the mental standpoint, in fact, you're Frank Vogel, who's done a masterful job in his time with the Lakers, is the thing. Is there a championship haze? You've got some new additions that haven't been there. You think that might help them overcome any type of loss of focus early on in the season?
You got number 23 over there, who's been there, done that. I mean, it's a reason why he's got to 8 straight finals or whatever it was, you know, because he didn't allow himself, first of all, to fall into that, and then which trickled down to his teammates. So it's no way that's going to happen, which bodes a challenge for the rest of the league to be able to step their games up mentally to match that.
Likely the last active possession for the Lakers. They might just eat it on the shot clock here, 128-106. If you're Frank Vogel, you have to feel very good about the shooting. They'll go ahead and launch that one ahead of the shot clock. It goes for Kuzma. Why not? Everything else has 18 threes made here for the Lakers. Clippers with the final possession of the game. They'll drop to 0-2 in a 3-game preseason for them. Jordan Ford open, lets it fly, rings the rim, and that will do it. The Clippers, well, they were led by Lou Williams. He only played 6 minutes, scored 12 points. Terrence Mann had 10 off